All right, here we go. Here's a little video, guys. I wanted to show you about what we do here at Freckle Barn. That's our logo I created on a computer, and then I'll show you up close if you can see it. But this is engraved, so it's down inside. You can see my finger goes down inside. It's called an engraving, and we do that with a machine called a CNC machine. It's basically a router that has sharp bits that can cut into wood, and it works with a computer, and I'll show you here inside. Now my workspace is very glamorous and multi-useful and very dirty. As you can see, sawdust is man glitter right there. It's got sawdust everywhere. All right, so this is where all the magic happens. This is our computer program. So this one right here, as you can see, I designed a wolf. So I'll show you how I get to this point. First thing I have to do is I have to search for a wolf image, right? Unless I wanted to try and draw it all myself, I search on Google for a wolf image, and I found this one right over here, okay? Since Jersey loves wolves and sometimes thinks she's a wolf, which she is, I thought I'd do wolves for you guys. You could each color them and enjoy them. Anyway, so you go ahead and you download these images, and then I have to convert those images using a software to a specific type of file, and the file extension is a .ai. You guys don't have to worry about it, you won't understand that. Anyways, so I create a specific type of file that will work with my program, and then I put it in here, and I have to align it to the wood that I'm going to use. So if you look closely, this has a little blue line around it, and it's got like little arrows on the line. That means that that's the way that the machine is going to cut around this wolf, and it's going to cut it out of the wood that I already have on the table, okay? And this little thing here I designed so that your wolf can stand. You can fit them together like a puzzle, and it'll stand on its own after you finish coloring or painting or whatever you want to do with it. And this is the picture it started out with before it had all, it's called a tool path, those little blue lines around it. And that's just the picture. And then this is the picture telling me that it's going to be cut out like that. All right. So once I get it all aligned on the piece of wood, and here's the piece of wood that I have. It's just some leftover wood that I've had sitting around. Okay. It's on the table. I have to tell the computer, where to cut at. So first thing I have to do is zero my machine in to this little corner right here, because this is where all the cuts start from. So the bit, you see this little sharp thing right here? This has to be touching, this is the zero spot. So once I get it here, then the machine knows that this is where it starts from, and then it can go off and cut whatever it wants. So I've already got that programmed in, and I'll show you how the machine works. So this is another program that I use that controls the machine. Now once I get my design on here, I'll go like this, and I'll say, okay, it's going to cut with this size of a bit. I want to cut all the way through the material. It's a 1/2 inch material, and I'll send that to the machine. We'll just call it number 1, right? Okay, and it sends it to the machine. Then I come over to this other cut program, and I open that same file. Open at number 1, and then open. And you can see on there, boom, it's got my program. It shows me exactly where the machine's gonna go to with these dotted lines, and it's gonna cut it out for me, all right? Now I've already zeroed it in, and I'll show you where it goes to. So I'm gonna go ahead and click point right here, and I'm gonna go to my 0. Boom, I'll click that button, and it goes right to exactly where I told you it was gonna zero in at. See, perfectly, right on top of the material. Now I told this computer that when I created this tool path, or this blue line around it, I told it how deep to cut it, right? So if you measure this piece of wood right here, that's a 1/2 inch deep. Otherwise, if you don't tell it how deep to cut it, then it could cut all the way through your whole table, or not even cut any material at all. So that's important. All right, so looks like we're ready to go. We've got our file opened up. First thing I need to do here is I have to raise this up off the material just a little bit, right? And I like to move it over so it doesn't cut into that metal clamp that I have on there. Now, this is the crazy noisy part, and you can ask Jersey. This machine is really loud, so you can get it all kinds of different earbuds or protective hearing, but I use just some noise canceling earbuds. I'll stick those in, and then I'm going to show you. I'm going to hit start on this cutting pattern, and this is what the code looks like. And it looks like it's going to take, so I like to move my thing a little bit slower. So it's going to take about 3 minutes to cut through this. I'm going to show you the whole entire thing. I'm going to stop the machine, and then, well, actually it just stops on its own after it's done cutting. And then I'm going to show you what it cut. Okay, so here we go. Ready? Takes a while for that machine to stop. Boom, all done. Now what we're gonna do is move this. This is called a jog, and it just moves the machine when I click these buttons. Move it out of the way so we can see what we're doing. And there you go. All nice and neat. Next step, so we're just gonna cut it out, sand it up, and that's a done deal. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. This is what I do. And just to finish the video up, I had to record another little one here to show you the finished product. So here you go. As you can see, the little grooves are cut. I sanded it all up. I cut some little, I like to connect, they're called bridges. It keeps your product in place. I had to cut those off. And then that just, here's the little, the base, the stabilizer. And you just slide it right on top. And go. The Howling Wolf. You guys can color it up and paint it and take it home. And that is how you work a CNC machine to do things like this. CNC machines can do all kinds of things, but this is, well, we don't really do a lot of this stuff. We do a lot of other signs that we sell to people and make for people. But this is just one of the things that can do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video.